Hola El Paso, ¿qué tal? Tell me Winterfest is here without telling me Winterfest is here. We're in front of the holiday tree in San Jacinto Plaza. Winterfest is only a few days away. Now we caught up with work crews as they race to decorate the plaza and the Arts District. Workers put together the main holiday tree that has dozens of colorful ornaments. The light displays are also now in place. Crews also installed vendor huts and they started building the beloved manger. Once complete, the plaza will be lit with more than 400,000 mini lights that will turn on every day starting at 5 in the evening. Crews also built the memorial tree that honors the victims of the August 3rd shooting. Workers spent several hours carefully constructing the memorial that sits in front of the Museum of Art. Leading the Winterfest planning this year is Diana Cepeda from the Museums and Cultural Affairs Department. She says a lot of work goes into preparing for the season.
Usually we take over a year to plan an event of this size, but due to the pandemic this year, the event has been planned in less than 3 months. So we are working very hard. Staff has been putting all their effort and into this celebration for this year, especially after the pandemic.
Winterfest officially starts with the Charlotte Celebration of Lights Parade on November 20th. The season runs through January 2nd. The Public Health Department and the Fire Department have expanded COVID-19 services to better serve the community. The city's 3 COVID testing sites are now able to determine if someone has COVID or the flu with just one test. This new testing option remains free and no appointment is needed at any location. Hours of operation at the testing sites have also expanded to include Sundays. COVID-19 vaccines remain free and now include children 5 and older. However, parents will need to make an appointment. Adults who need a booster will also need to make an appointment. All of this information is posted on epstrong.org. In other happenings, the U.S.-Mexico border has fully reopened for non-essential travel. And while the rush of people to cross was less than anticipated, the city and federal officials are anticipating higher traffic on the weekends as we approach the holidays. The city remains prepared to pay overtime so Customs and Border Protection officers can keep more inspection lines open at the bridge. The city has set aside $1.6 million as part of a public partnership with the federal government. Travelers with visas need to prove they received the COVID vaccine to enter the country. The border reopened to non-essential travel following a 20-month closure due to the pandemic. There are now dozens of recycling ambassadors who are educating others about recycling rights. The Environmental Services Department celebrated the first graduating class of its recycling challenge with a special ceremony at Topgolf. About 80 residents earned black belts in recycling by finishing a course that focuses on recycling and how to do it correctly. Environmental Services created the program in an effort to flip the city's recycling contamination rate from 32% to 23% by 2023.
When we deal with the residents one-on-one, that you voluntarily sign up for the class, you participate, we're fully engaged, and I believe that the message is really sticking.
Another recycling challenge is in the works. You can join by calling the number at the bottom of your screen or visiting elpasotexas.gov. When you visit the Playa Drain Trail in El Paso's Mission Valley, you're going to see some changes. Your City in 5 media specialist, Mayro Ramirez, shows us the trees that were planted for Texas Arbor Day.
We're planting trees at State Arbor Days. Fall is time to plant. Much better than the spring because the more roots they develop during the winter, the less stress they'll go through before the oncoming heat. So we're at the Playa Drain. The soil is, it's a river valley, so you can pretty much grow anything in this soil. It used to be old farmland back in the day, and we have a walking trail here, so people to utilize the shade, and we have edible fruits on some of the trees, which people are welcome to harvest.
It's great for both the community itself and for the individual. Just having access to a greenscape or a treescape, whether that's a park, playground, whatever, has shown to reduce cardiovascular disease, has shown to help with mental stress as well.
Well, the main obvious is shade. I mean, it's typically 10 to 15 degrees cooler in the shade, and although they use water, they do conserve water.
The partnerships are essential, whether it's Parks Rec, any sort of city department, state departments, national departments. We all are working towards the same goal, and that's the betterment of not only the citizens themselves, but the environment that is provided for those citizens.
To me, days like this are glorious. I mean, there's not a lot of my time is in the office, but anytime I can get out in the field and plant trees, I feel like I've really done something.
Thank you, Mario, for putting together that video. Every year, the city, state, and local organizations come together to plant trees on Texas Arbor Day. The El Paso Zoo has its own military veteran. Meet Little Bit, also known as LB the Sea Lion. The United States Navy honorably discharged the veteran. He is the only animal military veteran currently at any zoo in the nation. He can do a number of tricks, but he's most known for giving a military salute. You can see LB and his friends by visiting the El Paso Zoo. A new exhibit that focuses on the contributions made by El Paso during World War II is set to open at the El Paso Museum of History. The exhibit, called El Paso's Homegrown World War II, opens Saturday, November 20th. With pictures, garments, and articles, it highlights roles played by El Pasoans during the war, such as the Bracero program, the Men of Company E, and the work of artist Tom Lee when he was a correspondent during the war. This astonishing exhibit is free and open to the public.
Check it out, Rick, the tree's done.
Actually, Nigel, YC5 is done. We still have to put up all of those decorations.
Oh, are you kidding me?
Yep, so we better get to work. All right, stay safe and please be good to each other. We'll see you next time on Your City in 5, and make sure you come out to Winterfest.
Can we at least get some eggnog first?
Sure, I guess, but you're buying.